Welcome to L.O.T.S.
Lies.
Opinion.
Truth.
Substance. We are being able to see on Global Vision TV, and we are powered to Status Network. How was your week, Johnny Q?
Well, Cameron, it was good.
It was good?
Yeah.
How good was it?
I'm still here.
Woo! You're still living.
Still here, you know.
Okay.
As the great Slick Rick once say, knock him out the box, Rick. Hey, I'm still here. I ain't in the box. Thank God.
Oh.
What about you?
I had a horrible week, but like they say, you gotta push through. You cannot let the sorrows of life get you down. You
True.
see, I'm here today.
Amen.
Showed up for work.
Hey, we here. You know what they say? If we don't do it, somebody else will.
Yes. Well, we have a lot to talk about today on L.O.T.S.
Yes, we do.
A whole lot to talk about.
So what did you do this week?
This week, I did a lot of no sleep.
No sleep.
Because a chick got 3 jobs now.
Okay.
You know, I told you I'm leaving the trap soon.
Right,
so I got to
right.
build up my wealth. I got to, build up all these certificates and stuff for what I got to do with my next move in life besides this podcast, which
True.
will become bigger in the future.
True
We
indeed.
have to speak it into existence.
No doubt.
So this is the beginning. We're going to get better and better.
We are.
We are. We're still learning process.
Yes.
We're going to get great. But I had a rough week. And it's gonna get better. I believe that the higher being who has created us has a plan for me.
What was the roughest part of the week?
The roughest part of the week was no sleep.
No sleep.
And my brother came home from jail.
Okay. Well, hey, welcome back, Jack. Hopefully you can stay out.
Right. That part.
Hmm.
That part. He looks broken too.
He looks broken?
Yeah, he looks a little broken, but because he was in there longer this time.
Oh,
The first time was maybe a couple of days. Second time was maybe a week and a half. This time was nearly three weeks.
Oh, okay. So he learning that lesson.
Yeah. He look a little broken.
Well,
Because you think it's a game. The next time you go in, you're going to stay.
You're going to stay.
Because that's 3 times. I didn't even know it was such thing as a triple bond.
Yeah. And the crazy part is, I do understand what your brother is going through. Of course, I've been there myself. But my partner, his son, never been in trouble before. Mm-hmm. He did things to be in trouble, but never been in trouble.
Right.
30 years, do 7. He just got that Wednesday of last week. I was like, wow. And I saw him since he was a baby.
Right.
I was like, 30, do 7. Like, shit.
He got what?
30 years.
Oh, 30 years?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, not 30 days.
For your first time?
Yes, his very first time.
Wow, that is a lot.
So, I've been, I told my partner when he do call, call me, so I can, just help give him some push through moments, because you're going to get tested.
Tested ain't a word.
Well, you know what? Sometimes depending on where you end up at in these joints, in prison.
In these joints, prison,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, depending on where you end up at, you might not get tested.
Okay.
But sometimes you can do something to make sure you do get tested.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to be ready.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be all on you then.
Right.
Because at first wasn't nobody looking at you, but you made yourself visible. See, you can be, believe it or not, you can be invisible in prison for 30, 40 years.
Okay.
It doesn't mean you're scared or nothing.
Prison, not jail.
Yeah, prison.
It's a difference. People don't understand that.
It
is a difference.
It's way worse in the
prison.
county.
In the county?
Oh, yeah.
Than in prison?
No, county is just where you being held until they find a spot for you in prison or releasing you to go home.
Okay.
See, you way more visible there because everybody's in that one dormitory. Prison, you in different pods.
Right.
So it's like having barracks.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Mm-hmm. So you're in different parts around the prison.
Okay.
It's not the same in that county.
Okay.
In that county, if it's 30 to 60 of y'all in that one part, all 30 and 60 being seen. Everybody seeing who they finna free pick on. You see what I'm saying? For those who looking and for their action.
Well, he said let me do was locked down because it's still Corona.
Right. Okay, see, he was all right.
They was locked down most of the time, he said.
Right.
So he had a lot of time to think about his actions. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I pray.
And yes.
He had a lot of time to think about his actions or all the bad luck that comes to him or what he get himself into.
Listen, a lot of times we gonna make bad decisions, poor decisions. I mean, I've made them, so I know.
Of course, me too. I judge no one.
But this is where the judge and do come in. Mm-hmm. Can't have a sister who helps you and then showing you all the jacks and the trades. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? To make you a master of the things you can fall victim to, or the things you can fall upon you.
Right.
See, that's why it's hard for me to have sympathy for people. If I know you're around me and I'm teaching you these ropes, I ain't talking about telling you. Telling you and teaching you two different things.
Understood.
But if I'm teaching you these ropes and we going step by step, and I got you at the hip, and you ain't paying attention, see, you're a good sister.
Of course, my other sisters too.
Yeah, you good.
I got 2 more older sisters.
Yeah,
too.
y'all good. See, in my book, I'll call y'all fools. Yeah, cause it ain't
fool
no way.
me once, fool me twice. You can't fool me.
You ain't gonna
again.
even get a chance to fool me once after I done told you. See, this is something my kids know. If you do, I'm crying, and you call me, my kids know the first thing they better be saying. It's a lie. I ain't guilty. Don't hang up. Cause that's what I'm gonna do.
You funny.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang up on you. See, it's over with. We ain't got no discussion.
Right. So stay in there and do what you gotta do.
Listen, you're gonna have to do it.
Okay.
You better make sure, and not only that, because they know I'm going to analyze the whole situation.
Right.
So they know they really they can't be guilty.
Right.
See, all the other folk, hey man, these people, you know it. Listen, I raised my kids different. I don't know how the folk raised their kids. That's not my problem.
Right.
I'm telling you how I raised mine. You're not going to be a criminal. Now, you can be a criminal.
Right.
You certainly can. It ain't gonna cost me one coin. See, that's all I'm trying to tell you. It ain't gonna cost me nothing. It's gonna cost you. Because I'm not coming to sleep in that hot in the cot with you.
Let's go. Wait. You always with these words.
Yeah. See, because...
Stop. Hot in the cot.
Hot in the cot means you get... Well, actually, it's 3 hots in the cot. Okay. See, back when we was going to prison, you get 3 meals a day.
Okay.
You only get fed twice on Saturday and Sunday, though. But Monday through Friday, you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Schooling of the system.
Right. So, and not only that, you live rent-free. You got lights, you got water, and you got a bunk to lay in. That's free.
Okay.
It don't cost you nothing.
Okay.
The system gets paid off the people.
Yeah, I know that.
You know, and back then I think it was $175 a day.
Prison is big business.
Right. Now I think it's up to almost 300 and something a day. Now, I'm not counting those who really were not guilty.
Okay.
Because the system knew a lot of folks that we keep seeing released within these last past maybe 40 years. Certain people really in there didn't have them. And the system knew that.
Right.
Well, I'm not talking about them. They're exempt from this.
Right.
We're not talking about them. We're talking about those who knew.
Okay.
Hey, I'm waking up this morning to commit a crime. Like me.
Yeah.
When I woke up in the morning to commit a crime.
You knew you was going to commit your crime.
Hey, however this go down.
Right.
I'm already prepared.
Right.
Now.
I wish more people would be like that. Instead of crying wolf.
Yeah. I mean, listen. At my first stage, I thought it was really simple. My parents left me pretty young. A lot of my other elder parents' siblings left me when they were young as well.
Yeah.
So here it is, I'm thinking one way, but reality showed me, hey, remember all that shit you was hearing about? You better go put you some lawyer money up. You better go put you some
that money that
money up.
shoot back like the old school guys used to do.
Hey, I learned real quick. It didn't take number one time. The first time I heard, oh, you got a bond, but I couldn't pay it.
Oh.
I said, oh, shit. This shit real.
Real.
And I had to sit there like almost, I think, 3 to 4 months. I was like, oh, no.
Oh. So my brother was lucky.
Yeah. See, I had a real reality
Lucky.
check.
He ain't gonna be lucky no more.
Yeah. See, I had a real.
3 strikes, you're out.
Hey, man, you don't even get one with me.
3 strikes, you're out.
So, I want to tell your brother, man, be thankful of your sister.
Right.
And start to conduct yourself in a manner to
Right.
where, listen, it's somebody for everybody.
Right.
If this ain't the woman, and I just want to tell you this, sir, because I don't know who your brother is.
Right.
But if you into this type of activity with women where you like to mush in the face and all that, find you a woman who enjoys that. That's all.
No, he don't mush anybody in their face.
Oh.
It's just that these girls that he meet are like ghetto.
Oh.
And sometimes they're not even ghetto. It's just that you don't barely know some of them and you get intertwined with them. You don't know their personality. I tell them the next time you decide to meet a girl, please get to know her a little bit more better. Please let us feel her out. Saying we can't choose nothing for you, but let us know who she is. So if something happened to you or she claims something, we can go to her and talk to her and be like, what really happened?
Right.
Not no newfound stranger, and then, we can't even find a girl to say, why did you do this to our brother? You just met him only a week or 1-2 days. How? We left his stuff at your house. We can't even find you to find his wallet, his stuff, stuff like that.
Right.
These one-night stand situations. Don't do one-night stands like that.
Right. But guess what? I still got to blame him for that.
Of course.
He's making bad choices.
Exactly, and I understand that part. You know what I'm saying? But he's not a woman beater or nothing.
Okay, good.
But they have stuff that they label you when they arrest you. If a girl said even you do this, I guess it's called simple battery. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the terminologies. I'm not frequent in the system. I have to Google these things and find out the meanings. But
That's
you know, he just needs to do better because life is life. Before you end up in life in jail for some dumb shit.
For real.
You know?
That's real.
And that's our topic for today, right, Joe? Our whole topic today have to do with life and the Lord of heaven above.
The miracle of life and what is God
to you? And why do individuals still do crimes in gun states? I don't get it.
And just in case any callers want to call in, you can call in at 470-251-4647. That's 470-251-4647.
Our first topic should
What would
be
you consider the miracle of life?
the miracle of life to me
To you.
is that little sperm finding that egg,
Going through that canal?
going through that vaginal canal, hitting that special egg, and life is created. And from that, a human being is formed.
Okay.
9 months later, it's out, whether it's cesarean out, pushed out, whatever out it wants to come out. It's born, he or she. Life has breath. You can breathe. You're not breathing in the water anymore.
Right.
You cut that umbilical cord, now you got to breathe on your own. So there go what you call life in its real terminology. But to me, life is what you go through from the time you're born until you die.
Gotcha.
All the experiences that you go through. Because people love to say, it's called life, or that's life, or that's what happens in life.
Yeah, but would the miracle consist of the
The
living
miracle is
of
the
life?
sperm hitting the egg. That is the miracle.
That's the miracle.
To me.
Okay.
Because that alone is a miracle. That this little creamy little worm hits an egg and forms a human being that can think, that can create, that can talk, that can learn.
Right.
That is a miracle within itself. People really step back and think about that. Like it takes an egg, sperm, boom, create something, and then you can think, you can talk, you can learn. No matter where you're born, you adapt to that culture. You can speak Spanish, you can speak Chinese. It's just where you're born and then you adapt. That is a miracle within itself to me. That is a miracle. This little thing hit an egg. I'm born. I can talk. I can sing. I'm born with a gift. I can run fast. I can play basketball. I'm a nerd. I got a 4.0. Like, that is a miracle within itself that that little sperm touched that egg and then your destiny is created when you come through the vaginal canal and you take your first breath. From that moment on, the miracle of life has happened.
miracle of life. I like that.
has happened.
That's true.
You know? Like,
That is true.
that thing, that little sperm touching the egg, created me, created you.
Yes.
We can speak, we can see, we can hear all of that from a sperm hitting a goddamn egg. We can break dance. We can do all type of stuff. That is a miracle. And that will come into our next topic. What is God to you? Because who created us? You know,
Yes.
who created us? The sperm. Who created the sperm to hit the egg? Where did it come from?
Well,
Like, that human being had to be born to grow up, to even form your genitals to have sex, and then that happens. So, who created that? We are a globe floating in space. There are other planets out there, I'm sure. But who really, they told us in the Bible how we were created.
right.
That's somebody that, again, you know, I'm not an atheist. But again, somebody wrote that.
True.
So I'm just like, truly, can somebody, and I know it's not going to happen, it's just wishful thinking, can come in front of me or spirit or the Lord, because they say to believe, to believe. I understand, to believe in something. What is
What's up,
destiny,
Terrence?
you know?
Right,
To believe.
Well, you got to remember the belief is going to be one of the first steps, because
Yes.
you got to believe without seeing.
Right, that's the tough part.
That's right.
Isn't that tough?
It
I gotta
is.
believe without seeing. I have no proof.
Right.
I have to believe.
Yeah. But see, again, what are you believing? You know, because you got many people that believe different things.
Right.
You know, that's one. You know, you got many people that believe their God is this, God is that. You know, I believe in the God of I am.
Okay, I
You
like
know,
that.
because that's what he was first called. You know.
Okay.
You know, when he first came to the knowledge, you know, people like, you know,
Who
the
told you that's what he was first called?
from the moment of Adam. You know,
Again,
he
somebody
knew
wrote
him.
that.
Well, yeah, somebody wrote it, but he said, I inspired these men to write these things of the
Okay.
Holy One.
Okay.
And that's, you know, it's crazy. Me and my niece, we was having this conversation yesterday. And I told her, you know, I'm a guy, I look for all type of loopholes.
Okay.
You know, I am the loophole guy.
You look for loopholes?
Yeah, if I wasn't a
Man,
loophole,
I
I
look
would have
for
never
loopholes.
committed criminal activity.
Right.
See, when you commit crimes
Right.
like America committed against the forefathers who were here before us, the Indians as well as the blacks,
Right.
they was looking for a loophole.
Okay. Right.
The loophole was, we're going to get you all the bill. We're going to get you all blood, sweat, and tears. And then we're all going to get y'all bodies as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to make y'all do what we see fit.
For you to do.
That is a loophole. Why?
Right.
Because you're not taking your own blood, sweat, tears, body, and do the same thing as you had these people who you enslaved or killed or massacred.
So that was the loophole.
That's the loophole.
But then you still have to believe.
Listen what I'm saying though. Here it is. The belief part, when we get back into the belief part, what is your God? And what does God mean to you?
Right.
See, because if my God is ruling a kingdom,
Right.
then there is nothing superior.
Of course not.
I am the superior.
Okay.
So if I'm doing what the forefathers did before me, to where I'm going to oppress a whole nation, I am your God. You know, if you study history, everything from Alexander the Great to the pharaohs, the great Chinamen, you know, these certain people were like, hey, certain people who dwelt in that time, I'm God.
Right.
And you're going to, right, you're going to worship me.
And history had them as great people.
As great people.
Right.
That's why I ask people, what does God mean to you? Do you really know what the real God is? If you live in this lifetime 60 61 or 62 years, that means you live, what is it, 3 scores? Is it 3 scores or 4 scores? I forget. I know it's one of the two.
Okay.
That means you have succeeded to the point to where you supposed to have wisdom of knowing. Listen, you might have been speculating all this time.
Right.
But now you got a full developed mind and body to where you're supposed to know exactly.
Just like when you go to school and they say, oh, you accumulate a PhD. Like you can't, a doctorate.
Right.
You keep going higher because you're learning all the knowledge.
You learning all the knowledge. You learning everything through these texts and these books that was put into it, and you came about of it.
Yeah, my friend loved to say your palate is getting more powerful.
Right.
That's what she loved to say.
So here we are.
Your brain is getting more educated. The power of knowledge.
Right. The power of knowledge.
Wisdom.
But you got to remember, wisdom is going to be the things
through time
that you learn what you heard knowledge was about. See, because wisdom going to supersede knowledge.
People can have wisdom at a young age.
Yeah, you can have wisdom at a young age.
Everybody have a different definition of everything.
Good example right here. Martin Luther King said, I feel I've led my people into a burning house.
Right.
Notice before then, he was like, hey, we understand that all white, no, what he said was, through his words, all white people aren't bad.
Right.
What he then began, before he later was assassinated, I feel I've led these people into a burning house. Because he learned then that these white people who were in power, and those who seek power, and those who just like saying, hearing the words from the powers, hey, y'all are better.
We're going to say Caucasians.
No, listen, these are my white brothers and sisters.
I don't think the people like the word white.
No, it's just like, I'm dark, I'm black.
Yeah.
So, I'm their black brother. They're my white brothers and sisters.
Everybody got to take it differently, you know?
Yeah, they may
We're just trying to be politically correct.
Well, I'll tell you the only way to be correct. Right. I can just say these different shades, color of men and women.
I like that.
You know, because honestly, I don't care for people to even say black to me.
Me too. I don't like to be calling.
No, just call me a man.
Black person. Like, look at me. I'm black. They say I'm black, but I don't like to be calling a black person because I'm not black.
Yeah. I mean, just call me a man. I like to prefer you as a woman.
Call me a woman. Yes, exactly.
See, because we've been tricked by these colors.
Yeah,
we're still getting tricked.
Right. Exactly what I mean.
Not to get too far off topic, we got a subject going on right now in Georgia, the Ahmaud Arbery situation. 3 white men, as they say, 1 black young man.
Okay.
They assumed he was breaking into the house that was being fixed up.
Okay.
You then began not only to assume, you chased him down like we were in the 1960s, going backwards to the 1400s, and you said, hey, we're going to tell people that this nigga was breaking in this house.
I wonder what God is to them.
They don't see God. And if they do see God, it's not by the way they were taught.
Right.
It's like me seeing God versus some of the ways I was taught. That will automatically make me hate these 3 white men.
Well,
I don't like what they did. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't agree. It's like me slapping a white man and a white lady upside the head with that bangle and rob them for their cash.
Well, like you said, we're not going to get off topic too much.
Right. We're not going to get off topic too much. But I just want to...
The topic is what God is to you.
What is God to you? But see, that's what I'm saying. There is no God in that situation.
Right.
Because it was a time to where people was like, nah, man, get these white folk what they deserve. Don't go rob this black woman and this black man. Go get it from them white constituents. But listen to what I'm saying. Here it is. That was the wrong teaching. Because God says... Jesus Christ said as well, aren't you all one blood? If it's been proven, we all come from 2 people, Adam and Eve. Some people don't believe that. And I understand that. Some people believe...
But you know, underneath this color, we're all the same pink flesh. People just don't want to believe it. I don't know what they think. When you cut, we bleed alike. I don't get it.
But I understand. People want to believe what they've been taught because this keeps them in the forefront.
Well, I want to tell you what God is to me.
Tell me what God is to you.
I don't like to call it God, number one.
Oh, okay.
I like to call it higher power or higher being.
Okay.
I don't like to give stuff names. You know, I don't like to say a name like Jesus Christ or God. I just say a higher power, a higher entity who created us.
Right.
Like, I swear to God, my belief was this, and I know it's gonna sound weird, but it's my truth. What we call them aliens is what the people have given them names. I truly believe the aliens are out there just watching us. Like, from up in the space above, just looking down, like, we created these little humans, all different colors. They're just watching us like a movie.
Really?
Watching us destroy each other. Watching us just, you know, because you know how I know it's a higher power besides just us? Or, look at the pyramids. How could you build that back then? Do you see those Mayan temples? Yes. Like, that is, look, that is smartness. That is higher IQ. So, where did those people go? I know in history they try to tell us that they're gone, distinct, you know, or the extinct, you know. But I'll be like, the pyramids alone make me know there's really a higher being out there. Really a higher being. We had dinosaurs? Like, we had dinosaurs. Like, did somebody make this up because they found the skeletons?
Did they really find the skeletons?
I wonder if somebody made that up and just put those bones together and pretend like they was digging up some bones and fooled us all. I believe everything is a trick. And whoever's doing all the trickery, like, the point is we came from somewhere. And that's what I truly believe. That egg gets hit by that sperm, and that's the only miracle that I truly believe. That who created us to create that?
But that's
somebody had to created us.
But that's like saying what came first, the chicken or the egg? Which one came first?
Where does all these animals come from? And they said the Noah's Ark, man, come on. Like, look, when I see little animals on the floor, I'll be like, this is the only thing that make me know that there's a higher being. I see a roach, I see a rat. I'll be like, who thought to make up all these animals?
Right.
Because for every animal, there's an animal that eat that animal.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you need an instruction guide for those questions that you ask?
No, I don't want an instruction guide because I believe in the higher being. Right. I just don't like to say the word Jesus Christ or God. I just believe that there's a higher being that made us. You know?
But do you still need an instruction manual?
No, I don't need an instruction.
Why?
Because I'm living through life. I don't want to say I don't believe in the Bible. I just believe that it's been rewritten and fixed up to suit whoever it needs to suit in this society.
Okay.
That's how I feel. Like, and you know, there are places where you could go and read the Old Testament, and a lot of stuff has been rewritten. Because I just don't want to go do that research. Because there's people out there like the 2%ers, 5%ers, what they call them. They're Muslims. There's all type of, oh my God, so many different spiritual, cultural ways to praise the Lord.
Right.
Everybody has their own way. They have the Buddha. The Muslim have what they have. Everybody have what they have. That's called the higher being. That's called God. I guess God sums up the word for everyone because everybody calls it something different.
But
I don't need no manual, John Q.
Then how you gonna know what to serve without?
What you mean? I'm not serving anything but one thing, and that's the higher being who created. That's how I say it.
Do you think the higher being has instructions? Yes or no?
Well, that's what they're supposed to be called, the Bible, right?
No. Listen, what I'm asking you.
No.
You don't think? So I'm gonna make something and don't have an instruction manual?
Well, I get what you're saying now. Like, I think the only thing I think we should treat each other kindly.
I'm not. Listen, we're not talking about what you think and feel.
Okay.
I'm asking you.
Well, I'm learning from experience in life. That's what I'm going off of. I'm not going off no goddamn manual.
But I'm asking you, does an instruction manual for someone who has created something, do you need a manual?
Everything you buy comes with a fucking manual.
Okay. So
and that's what you're getting at, because you buy a toy and you have to assemble it, it comes with a manual.
Right.
You buy a car, it comes with a manual. You have to do the oil change. So I guess humans should come with a manual.
Okay.
And isn't that manual the Bible? Is what I'm saying.
Right. I'm agreeing, but
Okay.
you're saying in certain ways you don't want to go by that.
No, I don't want to go by the Bible. I just want to go by life experiences of what you shouldn't do and what you shouldn't do. But I guess you learned that from your parents or whatever. Your parents is kind of like your manual too.
They are, but what if they don't know?
Right. Then you have to learn the goddamn hard way. Because people who don't, you see people who are the most successful are the ones who didn't get trained right. It's so sad how the ones that were the most poverty-ridden kids grow up to be the richest one sometimes. Like they didn't come with no manual. They just, oh shit, bloopers. They just come with a manual. Like the manual to them was learning through life, poverty.
Okay.
That's how they learned, through poverty. They didn't have a manual, or they learned as they go along.
Okay, let me say it this way. Is it better to learn as you go along, or do you
to
take
have an easy instruction,
or to take the study guide?
The study guide mightn't be for everyone.
We're not asking whether it's for everyone, because the study guide got to be for everyone. It's a study guide.
Well, we have a caller.
All right, let's see who we got here.
Hello, welcome to L.O.T.S.
Hello. Hi, guys. How are you?
How are you? What's your name and where you from, caller?
My name is Deanna. I'm calling from Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Miss
ATL.
Atlantean.
And
I'm from Philly, but I'm in Atlanta.
Okay. And what is God to you?
So, a couple of things. I believe that God is the life source. God is the supreme power. God is the creator of all things. I believe that God is our sustainer of life. And I think you was talking about coming, do you believe that things that are created come with an instruction manual? And I thought that was a great analogy. And immediately what I thought about is how often we as human beings, every day, we come across things that they do have instruction manuals. I'm sitting in my car right now, and it has an owner's manual in the car. But I have to be honest with myself. I've only looked in it once.
Right.
And I've only looked in it once, and it was like a problem that I was trying to fix on my own, and after many attempts. And I said, well, let me go ahead and look in this owner's manual.
Right.
And I also thought about, I'm an IKEA shopper, so you go to IKEA, it comes with all these different parts, all these instructions.
Right.
Comes in a manual.
What happens is we don't want to submit to any of that. We don't want to take the time necessary to do it. We don't want to gather all the materials. So I'm going to take the shortcut or the loophole that you mentioned earlier, and let me just try to put this together myself. So I think in essence, we have become guilty of trying to take God's place by saying, instead of going by your instructions, I'm going to do this thing myself.
Right.
Look at that.
That's human nature.
The real Philadelphian has spoken. Wow.
That makes a lot of sense.
Actually, I couldn't have said that better myself.
That makes a lot of sense because guess what? I am guilty because I don't follow the manual.
Okay.
I go through life.
Not following, I'm sorry to cut you off. Oftentimes not following it is a result of not reading it, like I said about the card manual.
Right.
So many of us, to your point of saying, well, what if your parents don't know? And now I just have to, Bible says my people perish for a lack of knowledge. So it's not that the information isn't there for you, but you mess up, you miss out, you perish because you didn't tap into the knowledge that was right before you.
Right.
So you could get the wisdom that could be that you could see before you.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. I think wisdom is a God thing.
It
knowledge,
is.
Anybody can get in terms of reading and absorbing information. That's knowledge. In part. And then coupling that with comprehension and understanding, then there's knowledge. But wisdom, I think, is a God thing. It goes far beyond the words on the page. It goes far beyond the lecture in the classroom. It goes even far beyond sometimes deeper than our experiences, because we experience things sometimes and still don't catch the wisdom piece of it. But that's when God operates in our lives, so we do get wisdom.
Thank God I'm not one of those. See, I'm a different type of human being. I'm a different type of human being. I just know what's right and what is wrong. Whether I read it or not, I feel it and I know it, and from examples in my life without reading a manual. My experiences is my manual.
Okay.
Because let's say a person never gets to read the Bible in their life.
Right.
Sorry to interrupt you, caller. Thank you so much, Miss Philly. Now, Miss ATL.
Yeah, she about to be a peach pretty soon.
Yeah, she is a peach. She lives here now. You become a peach after living here for a while.
Thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, caller. You were lovely and smart.
Oh, thank you.
Very intelligent.
All right, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, have a good day.
That caller was very smart.
Yes, she was.
But me, like people, what about people who live somewhere that never get to read the Bible?
That's
that
true.
Never get to have a manual.
Well,
you know.
Well, it's hopefully, if they never get a chance to read it, never get a chance,
and
to
they're
hear
still
about
going
it.
through life, and
Right.
progressing and living. But
That's
they've
true.
never read the Bible.
That's true.
Because what about those atheists who don't care about that goddamn Bible or manual?
Well-
They're just going through life.
Well, this the whole thing. If you live in somewhere, it's not about you reading the Bible. It's did you have the opportunity to read this manual?
They did not.
You know, because
Some
if
people
you
do
got
not.
somebody like in the Amazon River,
Right.
you know, and there was a thing a while back where a guy went and he decided to drop Bibles and come back and teach the Amazon people, and he ended up getting killed
People
over there.
love doing that. I wonder why.
I don't know, you know, but
Want to go put Christianity on people.
right. I mean,
Like you just want to go and say, I'm going to be a Christian and I'm going to go teach them, you
Right.
know, because that happened in Africa. Because I know some Nigerians who are they're Christians, and you know how they became Christians?
What?
They wasn't Christians before. Somebody came there and taught them from young about Christianity, so they took that as their religion and brought up in it. They got the Jesus on their wall with the cross. They even got the Caucasian with the hair.
yeah.
And I asked him, you're from Africa. What made you be a Christian? He was like, when I was younger, and he told me the story of how they came there and put that Christianity on them. That was not their original, you know, just his family, his circumstance, not everybody.
Right.
But because I seen the Christian on his wall, you know, I was just asking questions because I was visiting with my homegirl,
Right.
and it was shocking to see a Caucasian Jesus on an African's wall.
Right. Well, let me give some correction. First of all, if any American, Africans, Asians, Europeans, you know, whatever ethnic group you belong to, get that white and fake black Christian off your wall. Because nobody knows what Jesus Christ looked like.
Right.
Nobody.
That part I can agree with.
You
that
know,
part.
and right now we got to where even whether it's Google or even if you decide to go study the Michelangelo,
The painting on the wall?
the paintings that he did, you will find out that from the picture of Jesus all the way to the other 12 or 13 disciples, that's through the Last Supper, those were criminals. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you what's been shown to me in black and white.
Okay.
You know, and this is not from nobody else knowledge.
Okay.
This is through Michelangelo himself.
Okay.
So
I like now that when somebody like him could write something or somebody found his writing,
Right.
he's telling you why he painted this. And
right,
I like that.
right. I mean, you know, the councils, the churches came to him, and guess what? Hey, this is what they wanted to present to the world. They got him to paint it. He was the best artist at that time.
They gave him the pictures?
The pictures that he painted were actual people.
Oh, I love it. I never knew that.
From my understanding,
Oh, I'm going to do research on that, Quentin.
Right.
Give me something to do, Johnny Q.
the 12 disciples were people who were incarcerated.
Ooh.
The picture that he painted of Jesus, I do forget who that particular guy actual is. But in other words, what I'm saying is he painted that.
Ooh,
It didn't come off his brain like that was an actual person that they want to present to the world as Jesus Christ.
Nice.
So I'm here to tell people, get that fake off your wall.
Okay.
That's just what it is.
Right.
People can sit up here and say, hey, man, that's blasphemy.
Yeah.
You will be a liar.
Right.
People be like, well, how you going to say I'm a liar and you just said that about Jesus Christ? Because that's not Jesus Christ. Neither that is the 12 disciples.
Right.
I didn't say it. I'm telling you what the person who painted it said.
Right.
Now, if I just come out and just say, hey, that ain't Jesus Christ, and I don't have any proof or any that somebody else said it before me, then you're right. I will be a blasphemer. But unfortunately here, people, I'm here to tell you, we all been duped. My people who had it on their walls, they was duped. The people who they saw that when they had it up in their churches and they was duped. You got the black dreaded Jesus Christ. You been duped.
Because black people try to do that to since the Caucasian want to put the white, the black people want to put the black because it's what you believe in.
Hey,
it's what you want to believe in, and I don't mind seeing a Negro Jesus Christ on the wall.
Right, but
I love it.
The only thing I'm saying is though, we don't know.
We don't know, but if they could do it, we could do it. That's all that is.
That is, but monkey see, don't monkey do.
Right, but we did the monkey see, monkey do.
And that's why again we still getting people
whether
to
it's
be
right or wrong, we did it.
Yeah, but you can't just listen. I do wrong all the time.
I know. I get the monkey see, monkey do. It's not right all the time. It shouldn't be even right never at the time.
Right, it isn't. So
I'm telling you, when I go into businesses and I see a black Jesus, I like it.
Right. I mean, but
you can't tell me not to like it.
Listen, but that's because we've been oppressed so long. Of course, even I would admire it.
Only us here is like wool when we get older. You ever seen an old black man? His hair look just like wool.
But I seen an old white man and he had woolly hair.
Oh, good one.
Hey?
Okay. I forgot the other phrase that make us know he's kind of brown.
Yeah.
I don't be into the Bible every day like that. I'm not going to sit here and be
I mean, I was raised on both ends. I was raised with Christianity. I was also raised through the Jehovah Witness. I was also raised, in some Muslim aspect, dealing with older peers of mine once I got older. So, I have
I've been through different too, Baptist, Jehovah Witness. Right. I've been in couple stuff. I've been through, I did communion growing up. I've got all type of religions up in me.
Yeah, so it's just a lot of it we got wrong.
I just chose to believe in a higher being and don't be specific.
Yeah, but you got to be specific.
A higher being is my specificness. The person that created us. How more specific can you get as that? The person who created all humans. How more specific can you get than that? I don't have to say God. I don't have to say Jesus Christ. I say the person or the entity that created us. That's the best way I could do it.
Yes, but that best way ain't good enough.
It's good enough for me.
And I will feel as a failure to let you do
No, you can't be a failure because that's my way of thinking. And guess what? Going through life since I've been born, I've been so goddamn blessed. Yes. So ain't no way that what I'm thinking could be wrong. Because remember, I'm the blessed child. I keep telling y'all. I don't like to call it lucky. Right. I am blessed. So if my way of thinking is wrong, that higher being won't be blessing me till today. Never been.
Why is that?
Why? Because I'm thinking right.
No, that's not true. Because God say He take care of babies and fools all the time.
Yes, He does. Because you're one of His fools, and you went to jail. And you went to jail.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Love that one. You're one of His fools, and He still loves you. He loves all His fools.
Thank you. So guess what? When we say foolish things as well,
right? He gonna forgive me.
Yes.
This is how He forgave you.
Listen, and that's why I'm here to show you.
Right.
See, that's all. I'm here. I'm here.
But I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna stick to what I'm saying. I'm gonna stick beside what I'm saying. I believe in the entity that created all of us: the plants, the ants, the pit bulls, the the Chinese, the Caucasians, the every race on earth. Whoever created us, which is the greatest entity, is who I believe in. I don't have to give it a name. I said entity.
Oh, okay. Well,
okay.
I'm gonna be surprised to see how this works out.
Yes. When I pray, I say to the higher being who created everything on earth.
Okay.
You can't get more powerful than that.
Why not?
Like, I mean, like, that sums it up.
What if he doesn't
saying God just as God to me? I'm like, the person and the entity that created everything on earth. I sum it up.
But what if he got a name he want to be called?
Well, nobody ever said to me he wants to be called no name. I know he said put no other God before me.
Right.
Well, that's what somebody wrote. Don't put no other God before me. Somebody wrote that. Don't put no other God before me.
But doesn't that sound like a real God?
You know, don't put no other God
I'm just asking.
before me. Yeah, that does.
Doesn't that sound like a real God?
Yeah, I like that though.
Yeah.
Because I won't put no other God or nothing before my higher being entity.
Oh,
Because that's the only person that I pray to. When my blessings come, I be like, thank you, higher power.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you, the person who created me, or, you know, the person who created the sperm to hit the egg, to create all these beautiful people on earth. Thank you for blessing me.
I know God say, boy, these niggeros think they slick.
No.
They sound just like they white brothers and sisters.
God sums it up for everyone. Some people don't even like to say God. I tell you, every race and ethnicity has their own way of praising him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's the same person they're praising, but they're giving him different names. What? And I think that comes into don't put no other God before me. Because you're calling it one thing, you're calling it Jehovah, you're calling it Jesus, you're calling it the Buddha, you're calling it all type of things.
Well, I'm going to help the people out with this one.
What are you going to help them and say, just call him God?
No.
What?
There is a right way.
And what is the right way?
To find out the right thing.
And how is that? Please tell me.
Search everything.
I ain't trusting these people. I can't trust them.
I'm saying, but you're not trusting people.
I can't trust these people who write these stuff. I can't. The world was not designed for us.
The world...
These people find a way to hide the truth from us.
Well, listen, they can only hide it for so long.
But so much, because there are people that get smart that find stuff and let us know.
And one thing about people.
Right.
Very few people not going to tell it.
Right.
This many people.
Yeah.
Who know.
Yeah.
That we can't see, they going to tell it.
Right.
So eventually it's going to get out. Right. And it's been out. And that's the same way.
I'm sure there's still a lot of secrets about from back in the Egypt days that they just don't want us to know. Yeah. Because, you know, once we know stuff, we get powerful.
Right.
Because, we're powerful in numbers.
Right.
You know?
But isn't that every person, though?
Nah, I think we are a little bit more powerful. And this is how we know. Look at Jordans. That's a good example.
That's a good example. Okay? That's a decent example.
Jordans is a good example. Because when a Jordan come out, Jordan is so rich now because of what? Us.
Right.
You know where I told you my new job is at? Mm-hmm. So the guy came in the store the other day, another example. He was like, how much is that, I'm not going to promote that liquor, but how much is that liquor? He's like, I remember when it was this amount of price. Let's say it was $50. He said, when we start drinking it, the price shot up.
Right.
Because we give quality to products.
True.
Because that's who we are as a people.
That's true.
But we just can't get together and get it right.
And again, it still goes back to the following thing.
That slave mentality? What?
The slave. I'll give you that as well. But what is God to you? See, listen. When you get into that thing and see where everybody had their disobedience at, that's what let it be known to me where there's truth to these stories that we're reading.
Okay, since what God is to you, what about the 10 Commandments? Since what is God to you? We have to follow those, right? That's part of the manual, right?
Yes. But
isn't that part of the manual?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. I like those commandments. I don't care who wrote them.
Right.
You say God said he bestowed on someone to write those.
Right.
That's what they taught us to believe.
Right.
Or that's what they want us to believe.
Right. But Jesus Christ summed them up in 2. He took those whole, because it was really hundreds of laws and commandments, simplified it down to 10, but then he came and simplified it down to 2. That was put no other God before me, worship only me, and treat everybody how you want to be treated.
I love that one the best.
If you know you don't want to be slapped upside the head with a 45, don't slap nobody else upside the head with a 45. You know you don't want to rob. You don't want to be robbed of your new or old school fancy car.
Right.
Don't rob nobody else of their old school or fancy car.
Right. I got a joke on that one, Joe.
If you don't want to be hit with a whip across your back and
Don't whip nobody across their back.
Right, and be called derogatory names.
Don't call nobody else.
You don't want nobody else to enter your rectum. Listen to what I'm saying now.
I can't.
Forcefully.
Don't do it to nobody else.
Don't do it to nobody else.
Why you have to go there with the rectum?
I'm just saying. Because this what, buck breaking was made back then.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with homosexual activity.
I know.
Yeah. If you know you don't want to see, you done had a kid, and you don't want to see someone else forcefully take your kid and your woman and do to them what they want to do repeatedly, day for day, hour for hour, minute for minute.
Right.
You don't do that to nobody else. But if you in that, and that's what you saying, hey, I don't care if nobody else catch me and do it, then guess what? You do it dollars.
Right.
And let those same others, when it's time for them to return and do it unto you,
okay,
don't be mad.
All right.
See, that's all I'm saying.
So I like that. I like that one too.
That's
how I try to live my life. If I don't want it done to me, I'm not gonna do it to somebody else.
And that's all Jesus Christ summed it up in, just like that.
I like that one.
You don't want it done to you?
That's how I live my life.
Don't do it. And guess what? If these people can't do it to you, when you check out of here, when you die, when you old, and you didn't know what hour or minute you was gonna check out of here, hey, I got something waiting on you. So I don't need your people showing up. Talking about how good you were, how good you made this plantation, how good you made they life work, how you was able to help them build these tall statues and build. Listen, don't worry about none of that. Because right here where I got you, where you going? Those same things that people couldn't give you in your fleshly life, I got something to give you in your spiritual life.
Joe, I can't take Johnny Q sometimes. But before we leave the show, I have a sidebar, which is...
What's that?
Why do people attempt to rob, steal, or any type of things when this is a gun state?
Oh.
Like everybody has a gun. Or not everybody, if you have certain things you can't get a gun.
Right.
But in gun states, right?
Right.
Why would you try to rob somebody knowing that they potentially can have a gun in their car? You seen on the internet the other day. Yesterday I seen it on the internet.
I did.
The guy, he got out his car. A young boy, a gentleman, jumped in his car and tried to steal it.
Right.
He came back with that gun so fast and said, "Get out my car." With the gun, like, what make you think that people don't have guns to break into people's houses, to steal their cars? Like, your life is worth, like, what part of the mental is that you... Quentin, is it the hood mentality? Like,
no, it's
not
hood.
Just get away?
No.
He might not have a gun?
No.
My sister stays strapped 24 hours a day.
It's training. We go back to training again. Training the child. Listen, I was trained pretty decent. Was I trained at its best? No. But I was trained decent. I got aunts and older cousins. Like I said, my grandfather, my grandmother, my mother did what she could. But my mother's siblings and her older cousins, that's where I got a lot of my raisins. That's how I came up. Now, did I do what people knew that I could do? No, I didn't. I took another route.
Of course.
But I will say this here. Because of certain training I did get, it's certain things I just wouldn't cross the borderline on.
Okay.
Even though my peers was like, "Nah, boy, we need to go do this, boy." And let me tell you something, I was with it.
You would opt out?
But because of that training, it's like, hey, you know what, bro? This is just a bridge I can't cross, man. Certain bridges I could cross, and I'll be like, I don't care how my family look at me.
But I keep forgetting that poverty part. Poverty and desperation make you do a lot of shit that you wouldn't regularly do. Because that boy that jumped in that car, I'm sure he was thinking, even if he have a gun or not, I'm going to try to get away with this car, and maybe I could take it somewhere and sell it for the parts, and then I'm going to have my pocket full.
But guess what, though, Calvin? It's done got bigger than that. Because now you learning that a lot of kids commit these crimes. For instance, like I told you, my partner's son, who got the 30 years, do 7 years. He didn't grow up in poverty.
Oh, follow fashion? What does he do?
His his brother grew up in poverty.
Damn.
Who also is by his father, but you know, you're young at this time. Him and that particular kid's mother wasn't meeting eye to eye.
Okay.
His mother, the older brother, who's only 11 months older than him, if I'm not mistaken, his mother grew up in poverty.
See the difference of upbringing?
The one who 11 months under didn't grow up in poverty. But this is his brother. And just so, he mimicked him. Why? Because this is the brother that he know. Now, he got 6 more siblings.
Right.
But this is the one who he chose to mimic. This is the one that when his mother would allow him, this is the sibling he would choose to go over.
Okay.
You know, it's just like when my parents chose, you know, when my Aunt Johnny was like, hey, you want to go over Monica them house this weekend or this summer? You know, because my cousin Antoine, my cousin Terry, and my cousin Kevin was like, hell yeah.
Right.
Now,
the
they
fun
weren't,
house.
Right, you know, but they weren't troubled children now.
Okay.
I was more the trouble. Now, they really, honestly, I can say that because straight up, you know, they just knew our parents didn't play. But I still was more of the one who would get into things. But believe it or not, I mimicked them a lot. They didn't know it because I knew they held a standard. Right. You see what I'm saying? I just straight up, I knew that my cousin them held a standard. And I'm like, for me to always be able to hang around them the way I want to.
So you had fun with them.
I also got to obey.
So you had fun.
Right. We did.
Well,
honestly.
We had a lovely. Oh,
I'm sorry. I knocked the pen.
But we had a lovely show today.
Sure did.
You know, we thank you guys for tuning in to L.O.T.S.
Thanks for Philadelphia.
Thank
my
you,
cousin Terrence who watching.
Peach from Philly for calling in. You're very intelligent. And, you know, you can watch us again.
Always.
Global Vision TV. And we are powered to Status Network. Get the app.
Yes,
Thank
please
you guys
join.
so much for watching L.O.T.S. Johnny Q and Kinea is